All right, this is the Math Unit 7 review for, it's actually Unit 8. Excuse me, the Unit 8 test review for Section 2 of Geometry. So this is out of your entire blue packet. Use the foldable notes that we made today in class. Use your blue packet when studying for this test. Your test is tomorrow, April 2nd. And it's not too bad. It looks pretty darn similar to this review sheet. So if you're good with this review sheet, you should be good to go on the test. So number 1, we need to determine whether the triangles are congruent. Remember, triangles are congruent when all 3 of their sides are the same, the side, side, side rule. But remember, sometimes we'll have to rotate our triangles. Okay, so this triangle has clearly, on number 1, has been rotated, has been turned to the right. So this 15 is the bottom portion, the shortest portion, actually lines up with this 15. Okay, so I've checked one side and we're good. The second side is 20 and 20. And then the third side is 40 and 40. So yes, this is congruent because all 3 sides are the same. Second one, I need to find the corresponding side to EF, which is AB. And I need to check their measurements. They're both 13, so we're good. The corresponding side to corresponding side to ED is BC. They're both 10, so we're good. And the last one, DF, is corresponding to CA. So this as well is congruent. Okay, because all 3 sides are the same. Moving on to number 3, I need to determine the missing measure in the set of congruent polygons. Okay, so I'm telling you these are congruent, and I need to find the missing measure. So the missing measure right here would be this angle. Okay, and it really is as simple as matching it to the other figure. Okay, and if I match it to this other figure, the matching angle is 78 degrees. So the missing angle in this figure is also 78 degrees. Same thing goes for here. I need to find this missing side. And I look on my other shape. Now remember, sometimes these shapes can be rotated. Okay, I look on this other shape and I notice that this side is the corresponding side to the first shape. And so the missing measurement, I'm going to call it X instead of question mark. X is equal to 9 meters. Number 5, I need to identify the type of transformation. In this one, I can clearly see it has been flipped over the y-axis. Okay, so this is a reflection. This is a reflection over the y-axis. And number 6, I can see that it has been slid. It has been slid 2 units to the right, or excuse me, not 2 units. It has been slid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units right and 1 units up. So this has been translated 5 right and 1 up. So each point has been translated 5 and up 1. Number 7, decide whether the figure has line symmetry. If it does, draw all the lines of symmetry. If it does not, or asymmetrical.
Jonathan, Betty to the office, please. Jonathan, Betty to the office.
Sorry about that announcement. Okay, so this first one, number 7, I know that it has a line of symmetry right down the center. And remember, line symmetry means if I can flip one side over to the other side, these sides would be identical. And the only other place that has line symmetry is down the center this way. Okay, so this has 2 lines of symmetry. The second one, number 8, only has 1 line of symmetry, and it is right down the center. It's hard to make a dotted line. It's right down the center, because when I flip that top half over, the bottom half, it is the same shape. Flip the page, and you are going to move on to number 9. So number 9 is a little tricky. It says, how many times will the figure show rotational symmetry within 1 full rotation? And remember, with rotational symmetry, okay, you need to see how many times the same piece can repeat itself over and over and over again. And an easy way to start is by doing, thinking of where they'll be symmetrical. So I know this would be symmetrical going all the way across, but I'm not going to draw it because it's not part of my picture. So I'm going to try to see how many times the same figure can repeat itself. Okay? So you see how this triangle is the same thing as this triangle. Is the same thing as this triangle. So it's just repeating itself. This small triangle is repeating itself 5 times within this pentagon. So how many times will the figure show rotational symmetry? Oops. This is 5 times. Number 10, determine whether the following figures are polygons. Remember, polygons have to have straight lines. Polygons have to not intersect. And polygons have to be closed figures. So number 10 is not a polygon because it does not have straight lines. Okay, these lines are curved. Number 11 is closed. It has straight lines. The lines do not cross. So number 11 is a polygon. For 11 through 14, name the polygon and circle whether it is regular or irregular. Remember, we talked about this today in class, a regular polygon has all the same sides and all the same angles. It looks like a stop sign. Okay? A stop sign is an example of a regular polygon. You can have 8-sided figures that don't look like polygons, or excuse me, don't look like stop signs, and that would make it an irregular polygon. Okay, an irregular polygon is when it does not have all the same sides and does not have all the same angles. Okay, so this first one, I see that all the sides are the same, all the angles are right angles, so right off the bat I know it's a regular polygon, and the most specific name for this, with all the same sides and all the same angles, and all the same right angles, is a square. Okay, this next one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So this is technically a pentagon. I guess on number 11, as I'm thinking about this, you could call number 11 a quadrilateral as well. I will accept both answers. Okay, on number 11, you can say quadrilateral as well. Number 13 is a pentagon. It has 5 sides, but you will notice not all the sides and not all the angles are the same. So this is an irregular pentagon. 18 through 21, classify the triangle according to its sides and angles, and it's not actually, these numbers are off. Ignore 18 through 21. So for the sides, I notice that all 3 sides are equal. So this would be an equilateral triangle. And all the angles are small, all the angles are acute. So this is an equilateral, acute triangle. On this next one, 2 sides are equal. So this would be isosceles. Okay, and it has 1 right angle right here. So this is an isosceles right triangle. So for this next one, I need to give all the names that apply to this quadrilateral. And I know that, let's cross out quadrilateral and write figure, because I had to change that on your test and forgot to change it on your review. So all the names that apply to this figure. Okay, because one of the names, we know all closed figures are called polygons. We also know that this shape has 4 sides, so it's called a quadrilateral. Okay, and as we go down the list in your notes, the first one, I believe, off the top of my head, is a parallelogram. And a parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Here's 1 pair, parallel sides, and another pair. So this is a parallelogram. And the last name for this, if all 4 sides are the same, which in this case they are, this would be a rhombus. Flip it to the last page, and before I forget a bonus, for those of you who have been bugging me all day to please, 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 Miss Scott, remember to do a bonus. Well, here it is. And I can't think of one. Give me a second. All right, I got one. My favorite thing. You are going to write my favorite thing about the month of April on the top of your test. My favorite thing about the month of April is all of the flowers. So all you need to write on the top of your test is the word flowers, and I will know that you watched the bonus video. All right, back to the next one. Number 21, I need to write all the names of this polygon, or this figure. So I know it's a polygon because it is a closed figure. Has 4 sides, so I know it's a quadrilateral. Okay, next one, I know it's a parallelogram because it has 2 pairs of parallel sides. And lastly, it is a rectangle because it has 4 right angles and 2 pairs of equal sides. Excuse me. Number 25, find the unknown angle. Well, I know, ooh, what happened? Oh no. There we go. I know that this is a quadrilateral, and a quadrilateral adds to 360 degrees. Okay, I also know these are right angles, and right angles add to 90 degrees. Okay, so 360 degrees, I'm trying to find the missing measure right here. 360 equals 109 plus 90 plus 90 plus x, solving for x. Okay, so then 360 degrees, 109 plus 180 is 289 plus x equals 360. So then I need to find x, I need to subtract 289 from both sides. Okay, and I'm left with x is equal to 71 degrees. Number 26, a triangle has 2 angle measures that are 55 and 80 degrees. So I'm just going to sketch a triangle. It's not drawn to scale. One has 55, one has 80, trying to find x. Okay, and I know that a triangle adds to, 100 and, oh no, let me erase that. I know that a triangle adds to 180 degrees, yes? Okay, so this would be 180 equals 55 plus 80 plus x. And then I simplify this, 180 equals 135 plus x. And I'm solving for x, so I need to subtract 135 from both sides. Okay, and I'm left with, write it over here, x is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, so my missing angle is 45 degrees. And last one, number 27, find the sum of the interior angles, which is these angles, by dividing the polygon into triangles. Remember, a polygon is equal to 180 degrees, and however many triangles I find, I multiply that by 180 degrees to find the angle measures. Also remember, I can only go vertex to vertex. Alright, and what that means is you can't make up random triangles from, say, here to here. Yes, it would be 3 sides, but over here there is not a vertex, so you can't do that. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles inside this 6-sided figure. So I multiply 4 times 180, and I get 720 degrees. So that's it for this review. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me tonight. I'll be on my email most of the night, and we'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Please study your blue notes, study your white foldable notes we made today. And if you have any other questions, please, please, please email me and let me know. Come in before school, come in at lunch if your test is after lunch. And good luck tomorrow. Bye.